Welcome to Reykjavík Greiðbæ's Newscast. My name is Valur Grettisson. I'm an editor-in-chief at Reykjavík Greiðbæ. I'm alone here, like you can see. There is no Polly, mostly because it's not recommended that a dog come to the area right now. In fact, there is no one at this area right now. Behind me you can see the active volcano that we call now Suðri or Southie. It's not its official name, it's just a nickname that has been given to it, basically because it's the southern crater of two. But we're not here because of that. We're here because there's actually a new volcano here. And I'm going to show you here right now. Okay. The first thing I want to start on is, before we go into the biggest news, is that this volcano here is now 2 weeks old. And you can see all the lava here. And it's incredibly high. This used to be a valley. And down here, this is, we gather that this is perhaps around like 5 to 10 meters high, at least. And that is, we're just talking about the edges here on the lava. There's not much happening actually with the old volcano because there's a new volcano in the area. And you can see it right there in the distance. It's much more active than the older one. The activity is less in the Southie and the Northie, but it's still active, definitely, but not as incredibly active as it used to be. So, yesterday, it was around noon. I remember when I told you about this on Monday, then the earth opened and we are now here. It's around like 3 or 4 o'clock in the day, and it's like a little bit over 1 day since the new one erupted. And you can already see behind me there how huge it has become in such a short time. This area, the whole area, is closed off for everyone except the media and the scientists, of course. But we are going to go as close as we can to this area, as safe as it can be, and show you exactly the new volcano that unexpectedly opened up. So, follow me. We hiked our way now to the newest volcano here. Just keep in mind, this is the same volcano, just different fissure, different fissure. The other volcano, the first one, is of course over there. And you could see there like how much lava was around it. It's 2 weeks of lava and it already filled up that valley. But you notice perhaps here 2 interesting things. Like 1 day after this eruption started, you can see that the crater here is first of all a little bit longer than the other one was at the beginning, and also it's much higher. So it means that this is like, there is a lot of power going on here. What's also interesting is that there is no lava around us here, not like the first time, right? It's because the lava actually goes down here into a valley called Merardalur. Meri is like a female horse, so it's like the valley of female horses. Well, the area is of course closed right now. There is, I mean, to be honest, this is quite dangerous what we're doing. We know now that, I mean, scientists knew this before and they have warned us about it, of course. But they said, of course, that there could be a new fracture anytime. They thought, though, that it would be much closer. This is like, you can see, there's quite a distance between here. But if you look down here, you can see where all the lava is going. It's heading down here to Merardalur, making this huge lava waterfall, almost. And what's perhaps more interesting about this, and if you look at this closely, you can see how incredibly fast this is going. It's much faster than in the other fracture, or the crater, or whatever you call it. So, The helicopters, of course, are around it. Are they like following us, or I have no idea. So the wind here is actually in our favor right now. We have the wind in the back, so we don't have to worry about the pollution, the gas and everything. We're not even sure how much gas is coming from that mountain. Could be the same as the other one, but gas has been a concern, but there has been no like sickness, incidents or anything like that connected to gas around the volcanoes. Although thousands of people have gone around it, so it doesn't seem like something, you need to be quite unlucky to be in that situation. But what I'm going to show you now is Merardalur, and you can just see, I'm seeing this myself for the first time, and I have to say this is quite amazing. Wow, okay, this is insane. Wow. So this waterfall is, I don't know if it's official, but this might be the longest lava waterfall in the world right now. I'm not sure if there are any other volcanoes going on that have such a long waterfall, but this is perhaps, I don't know, what would you say, Art? 500 meters or? From the starting point, perhaps, yeah. You can see the cars down there. These are obviously scientists, and some of them are police officers. They are, of course, checking out like what's in the lava and doing their research and so on. But it's official. This volcano is becoming very complicated, much more complicated than we have seen actually in Iceland for the longest time, except of course for Eyjafjallajökull, which didn't really do anything. It was just loud and huge and dirty. But this one is, it seems like this is filling up these valleys here. There is no constructions around here, and just for you to understand like where I am, then the city is in this way here, and you can see the top of Keilir over there. The highway to the international airport is over there, and in that direction here. And if you're behind the camera, this direction is just the ocean and nothing else. And on my left hand is Grindavík. So you can see like where is to the south here is Grindavík. There seems to be no imminent danger for any of these towns. There's actually, although there was like a mass warning at Vogar, I mentioned this before, it's a small town, and because the gas was going that way last night. Yeah, and last night actually was quite a panic. There was, people were trying to get into the area, the police shut it all off, and they are getting quite tired. We spoke to a police officer before he came here, and he said that they need rest. that's for sure. He did not put it so finely in words. He was more crude about it. But they are getting very tired, and now they see that all the people that have visited this place, they are possibly coming again to see this new volcano. And I wouldn't blame them actually. It's quite something, and it seems very active, and the lava flow is very strong and very fast. I have not seen it this fast, like in Fimuraháls. It was also different, but you can see it is right here. Also, we were actually going to show you this from the air, but we broke our drone, the helicopter spade or whatever you call it. So we will not have aerial footage today, at least. We will have to let this suffice. But yeah. We couldn't leave here without just showing you the stream here. It's absolutely amazing, and you can even hear it like it's like a weird thick river or something like that. I can't even describe how it is. Also, it's very fascinating to see how quickly it goes down, how thin it is actually, and you can just imagine how much volume of burning hot lava is just in this. And what's more, everything that comes out of here will in the end fill up that valley down there, which is Fissure. So in the end, this valley here will be the same as we had in Geldingadalsgos, where the other volcano is. But it will not be around this volcano, which will make this area quite interesting, and it means that people can see this very up close and personal actually, as long as they are very, very careful about it. Because like here right now, we have to use this, we can feel some gas, not the life-threatening one, but the one that gets into your throat that could even damage you a little bit. So you have to be careful here. In the end, of course, I just wanted to remind you on our sponsors, einstakbeer.com, our online shop, our homepage, grapevine.is, of course, where you can find these news and many more. On Friday, we will have a new magazine also with a very, very famous and good star on the cover of the magazine. So, yeah, goodbye. Change.